I talk to Mrs. Stokes now?
I'm afraid not.
I need to establish what happened at the quarry.
And I need to look after my patient. I'm very concerned about her state of mind. I'll let you know when she's ready to talk.
What am I doing here?
You were in a bit of a state when you arrived, so we gave you a sedative. Don't you remember?
I'm not sure I want to.
They say you tried to kill yourself.
Things were getting on top of me. Fate presented me with a solution.
Well, I hope now you've calmed down a bit, you'll see that suicide isn't the answer.
Maybe not. So what is? Look, I ain't gonna try again if that's what you're worried about.
Well, it's a start, and I'm here to help you now.
Look, where's my father?
He's on another ward.
Did he say anything about me?
I don't know. He's not my patient, you are. And right now, I'm more concerned about your state of mind.
You should get some rest. I doubt he'll wake up for a while.
He's going to be all right, though, isn't he?
It was quite an ordeal for a man of his age. He's suffering from shock and mild hypothermia.
Well, why didn't I listen sooner? It might never have happened.
Ought to get a discount for all that battering and clanging next door.
You ought to be grateful. It's to bring you a new, improved post office service. £2.50.
Thanks.
That's 100 peseta, which isn't even legal tender in Spain anymore.
Well, someone must have given me it in change.
That's very likely, but seeing as I don't run a bureau de change or the European monetary policy, you still owe me £1.
You couldn't cover this, could you? I haven't been to the bank this week.
Well, once the work's finished on my shop, you'll be able to just put your bank card in my machine. If you've got any money in your account.
You better have. I'm not subbing him all week.
Hey, hang on a minute, I want to show you something. I can't believe how much this phone bill is. I hardly use it.
Well, that's got to be down to Chaz. Well, she gets on that phone. She guesses for Britain. She could pay at least half. And if you're too much of a wimp to ask, I'll sort her out.
No, I'll go and talk to her.
Now, just get some rest.
Look, I need to see me dad. I need to sort a few things out.
You need to sort things out in your own mind first. Right now, seeing him's probably just going to make you both more agitated.
You don't understand. I've handled things badly. I've been under a lot of pressure and I need to explain.
You'll do that a lot better when you've had some rest and calmed down a bit. Now, try and get some sleep. I'm sorry, officer, but the welfare of my patient has to be my first priority. And I'm very worried about her state of mind.
I need to question Mrs. Stokes as a matter of urgency.
Look, the woman was suicidal yesterday. She's still in a very volatile state. I'm sure a couple of hours can't make much difference. It's not as if she's going anywhere.
If I hadn't raised the alarm, he wouldn't have stood a chance. I reckon I ought to be in for some sort of reward.
You might be in for more than that. The police start asking questions how you got in the B&B on a school day and you with the truancy record.
You ready to go?
Yeah, I guess so.
Now, you're supposed to have an adult with you, but Andy's busy on the farm, so the police said it'd be all right if I sat with you, all right?
Hey, good luck.
Now look what you've done.
Look, it's easily cleared up. We'll go and ask Viv for a cloth quickly.
She did that on purpose.
She's bored, Robert. She wants to go out and play.
She's always nagging me to play computer games.
Yeah, and if you let her win instead of fighting her to the death, then maybe it'd be over quicker. Oh, you'll make a lovely dad, you.
No, I'm never having kids. I'm just going to have fun.
Some people think kids are fun.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Viv, Betty, Edna. We could dump her on one of them and go off and have a good time.
Well, if Robert wants us to go and have a good time, that means that we're going to the Woolpipe for lunch.
Great, can I have chips?
Yep.
Oh. Well, then take them.
It's all right, Mr. Turner. Everything's all right. You're in Houghton General Hospital. You're quite safe now. You've been through quite a bit. It's probably best you rest now.
Dad?
Please.
Perhaps he's just not hungry.
Yeah, I know, but he's not had anything all morning.
Could be teething.
Well, whatever it is, you're gonna have to go to church on your own.
You're not just making excuses, are you?
Look, I haven't been to church for donkeys, and Ashley's gonna drop down dead if he sees my face.
But he's reading the banns. I know it's silly, but I just wanted us to hear them together.
Yeah, well, so did I. But, you know, I'm just gonna be worrying about this little one, aren't I? Hey?
Morning. Problems?
I can't seem to get Noah to take his feed, and we need to go to church.
Well, I'll do it.
Would you? Oh, you're a darling.
Are you sure you'll manage?
Yeah. It's good practice for Jimmy and me.
Oh, thanks, love. Come on, Charity.
Right then. Here you go.
Oh, here we are.
See you later.
Bye. Here we are. Right. Now, I don't blame you for being difficult. Charity was my mother, I'd be homicidal. Let's get one thing straight. My patience will only go so far. So you can either take the feed or you can starve. Hmm? There. It's better.
Well, the first thing I knew about it was when Darren arrived at the surgery and said that Steph was trying to kill her dad.
Must have been a bit of a shock.
Well, to be honest, I didn't really believe him. But I thought I should go and check out what was going on. But by the time I got there, Steph had gone and Emily said that she'd been a bit rough getting him into the car and he banged his head.
Accident?
Maybe, yeah. But she said that he was in his pyjamas and he was a bit confused and... Well, it didn't seem right, you know.
So that's why you decided to follow him?
Yeah. She'd set off on the Otten Road and when she realised that we were following her, she turned off and it just became obvious, really, that she wasn't taken into the hospital.
So, how long did you follow him for?
About a quarter of an hour, and then I lost her. Or should I say that she lost us, but by then it was just pretty sure that something was wrong, so we decided to retrace our steps and try and find him, yeah.
When was the next time you saw him?
That was when she was parked up at the quarry. And I didn't know what to do. And she was obviously in a really volatile state. So I didn't want to make things worse. Rung the police again.
That was at 12:42.
I don't know, I didn't look up my watch, I was too worried. But then she switched her engine on and was heading towards the quarry and we were just like, she's gonna kill them both.
Why's the shop closed?
Got the workers in. It's part of our extensive modernisation programme.
Ah. You'll be installing one of those customer care lines next.
At least my business isn't being investigated by trading standards.
I am confident that my good name will be cleared.
I suppose Steph getting nicked was a bit of luck for you. If she goes down for attempted murder, you might be able to shift the blame for the factory scams on her as well.
Well, that's how it was. I didn't know what she was up to. The woman she's completely deranged.
Must have been, to go into business with you.
My Sunday papers weren't delivered this morning.
I'll just go and get them.
Thank you.
What am I going to do, Dad? It should all be over by now.
You shouldn't be out of bed.
Why not? I thought patients were free to come and go as they want.
Technically, yes. Although the police are anxious to interview you. But that's not my concern. Your health is. And I don't think you're in any condition to go wandering about yet.
I just wanted to come and see me Dad.
Well, now you've seen him, I'd be grateful if you go back to your own room.
Looks well enough to answer questions to me.
That's not your decision.
No, it's okay. I want to talk to him. I want to get this over with.
Thank you, Mrs. Stokes. Shall we go?
I published the banns of marriage between Thomas King of Holgate Farm and Charity Tate of the same address.
Oh, I could swear I'd heard of a wheelchair rolling down there.
And a strangled voice crying, "Get out!" Oh, there's still time.
This is the first time of asking. We pray for Tom and Charity as they prepare for their wedding.
Pretty good, I think, yeah. Just hope they got enough to charge her with.
Dazzy's a bit worried about making a statement.
Oh, you just got to tell the truth, that's all.
I just don't want to get into any trouble.
It's Steph that should be worried about that, not you.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Nice to be having you.
We need to establish exactly what happened yesterday. Now, according to our information, you left the Grange at about midday.
I think so. We should have left earlier, but my dad was a bit confused.
He was still in his pyjamas. It's a bit odd for mid-November, isn't it? Weren't you worried he might catch a chill?
We were in a hurry. I didn't want him to miss his appointment. Look, you don't know how difficult it is, you know, looking after old people.
Who was his appointment with?
I can't remember.
Well, we can check. Perhaps you could explain why you didn't drive to the hospital.
I saw that there was someone following me and I just sort of pulled off the road, you know?
And ended up in a quarry.
Well, I wasn't sure where I ended up. I've been under a lot of pressure lately, you know, with me dad and work and... Well, I think I might have had a panic attack. Stop pestering me. I told you I can't
Mr.
remember.
Kirk made a statement this morning. Now, according
I
to him...
don't want to talk about
I
it.
told you, my patient's in a fragile state.
I still need answers.
Then perhaps you should talk to her father.
I intend to.
I don't know why you're hounding us anyway. It's a domestic problem, not a matter for the police.
We received information that a crime was about to take place. Now, I'm obliged to follow that up.
Well, I'm afraid your investigation will have to wait till I consider my patient ready to answer more questions.
So, did they give you a 3rd degree?
No, they're really nice.
Hey, never trust a copper being nice. Means they're after something.
Well, maybe they were just pleased I was stopping crime.
Maybe. What about the crime you committed breaking into the place?
We didn't really talk about that.
They must have nailed Steph really bad.
Would you reckon he might come back at me about it later?
I doubt it. It's small fry next to attempted murder, so they just want to keep you on side.
Well, they ought to be thanking me I saved Mr. Turner's life.
Just be thankful you're in the clear. It's good news for me. You've obviously got talent. And you never know when I might have a vacancy for a young housebreaker.
Well, that smells good.
Where's Noah? He's fast asleep. He's been as good as gold. Oh, by the way, Roger phoned. He was wondering if you'd made any arrangements yet.
What?
Apparently he spoke to Charity last week. Him and Helen are coming over for a holiday. Sorry, it must have slipped my mind. Sure you didn't forget on purpose. They're good friends of George and Anne, and I know how hard-going you found them.
Just forgot, all right. I've had a lot on my mind with these wedding preparations.
It's just a joke, Charity.
All right. It's no big deal. I'll just give him a call.
Oh, Steph. I'm sorry. I was having a nightmare.
You were calling for your daughter. I don't think you're quite up to visiting yet, but I can get you a phone and you could maybe call her.
I don't want to talk to her. I don't want to see her.
Oh, that's understandable. You've been through a bit of an ordeal.
Well, what exactly have I been through?
Don't you remember?
Well, I get confused about what's real and what I dreamt. I have these nightmares. I think it must be the pills.
What pills have you been taking?
I don't know. Stephanie's been looking after me since my accident. She got all my prescriptions. She said I was going senile, that I was talking about things that never actually happened.
Oh, you seem quite lucid now.
Do I? I think I remember being in a car in a quarry.
Yes, that's where the police found you.
So I didn't dream it.
What's they haven't arrested her yet?
No, I suppose we'll be waiting for Alan's evidence.
Can't be easy, that, speaking out against your own daughter.
Nonsense. She's barking. She should have been put away years ago.
Oh, I'll go and see him. Tell him the whole village is behind him.
He's not allowed any visitors yet. And I don't think we should be so quick to judge Steph. Maybe she just cracked under the pressure.
She nearly killed him. That's not pressure, that's just evil.
Exactly. Perhaps I should notify the police, tell them what she's been up to up at the factory.
Yeah.
We've had this phone bill.
Not my worry.
We thought it'd be fairest if we split it 3 ways.
It'd be fairer splitting it down the middle. You and your fancy woman.
But you used it more than any of us.
I can't believe you're asking after the way you've treated me.
Come on, be reasonable, Chaz.
Oh, I am being reasonable. If I wasn't, you'd need hospital treatment. So why don't you take your bill and shove it where the sun don't shine?
How was it in church?
Oh, you know, Viv and Betty disappointed that there were no objections.
So it's full steam ahead to the wedding now?
We've got a lot to organise first, haven't we?
I really wish you'd let me help more.
She did a brilliant job on ours. And Carl and Colleen.
Yeah, I've no doubt. But I'm fine, thanks very much. I can manage on my own.
Yeah, but you've got so much on your plate, and I really would like to help.
That sounds like an offer we can't refuse, darling.
Excuse me, I'm going to go and see if Noah's all right.
You know, I would really love to help, but I don't want Charity to think I'm interfering.
No, I think it's a splendid idea. Give you two a chance to sort things out between you. Oh, working on a project together, I mean, you know.
See, nobody understands what I'm going through. There wouldn't have been any trouble at the factory if I hadn't spent all my time looking after me dad. Maybe I was a bit hard on him sometimes, but it was for his own good. See, if I could get him to understand that, then there wouldn't be any need for the police.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to talk to them eventually. But right now, it's more important that you get some rest.
Oh, no, I'd rather not. I'd like to keep a clear head.
You need some sleep. And these'll help. I'll come back and see you again.
Thanks for coming in on a Sunday.
No problem. Need all the overtime I can get.
I was wondering how you're getting on with the arrangements for the Christmas party.
Got sidetracked by troubles at home, but I'll get onto it. Thought we'd try the village hall. In fact, I'll pop into the vicarage and book it now.
Wait. What about these troubles?
I don't want to badmouth your brother.
Well, there's not a lot you can tell me about him I don't already know.
He promised he'd go after Charles for her share of the phone bill, then wimped out. Now he tells me he's maxed on his credit card.
Yeah, well, there's no reason it should all be down to you.
Or you. Besides, this is more than I need.
Then use the rest to treat yourself. Doesn't look like my brother knows how.
Busy devising money-making schemes, I see.
I thought about robbing a bank, but I'm fresh out of balaclavas.
You know, you can always get a Sunday job, bit of extra cash.
I work hard enough on the bins as it is. It's not my fault it's lousy money.
Guess it's because of your skinflint employers.
Yeah, well, Dad got to be a millionaire by having short arms and long pockets.
Well, you're lucky with a girl that looks after you now. Here's the phone money.
Oh, where'd you get that from? You're a star.
It's been doing a bit of overtime.
Oh, well, now we've got a bit of cash. Why don't I take you for a drink?
Last of the big spenders. Well, I'm afraid I'll have to pass. I reckon I deserve a bit more for saving our necks, so I'm going into Hotton for a manicure. See you later.
I'm sure you feel up to answering questions now, sir?
Yes, I want to.
Tell me about what happened yesterday.
Well, for you to understand what happened, we've got to go back a bit further than that. Back to my accident. Although I'm not sure that it was an accident.
What accident, sir?
Well, when I broke my ankle when I fell downstairs at the Grange. Stephanie said I was drunk. She also said that she was not there at the time, but that's not how I remember it.
You said she pushed you?
That's what I believe. But I can't prove it. And now she's in complete control.
How do you mean, sir?
Well, with my medication and what I've eaten and drink. Well, when I complained, she said I was getting confused, that I was going senile. I think she was drugging me.
So you think she was sedating you so you wouldn't know what she was up to?
Exactly. She was after my money. She wanted me to sign it all over to her. She even tried selling the Grange from under me, but when she realised that wasn't going to work, then she took me out to the quarry.
And this was yesterday?
Yes. She told me she was taking me to the doctors, but I soon realised she was lying. She threatened to kill me in the past, but this time I thought she really meant it.
So we're looking at attempted murder here?
I think she intended to kill me right from the start.